know, when you see this face, you know, you're in the right place. You know what I'm saying? And right now, I'm gonna bring up my co-host, man. Y'all already know what it is. If I'm in the building, man, we got that boy Patton, aka the Streaks, aka the Mailman, aka most definitely, man, activated. Hey, this is my boy Season right here, and y'all know, y'all already know. If you see us, then you know you're gonna see our guy Killer Cal in the building, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's about to be a dope show as always. You know what I'm saying? To give y'all an applause for tuning in. We got 2 people in here already. Hey, we got Brandon in the building already. Y'all already know, man. Look, he say he nicknamed him Psycho Cinco. Hey, that ain't bad. That ain't.
I like that.
Psycho Cinco in the building, man. Hey, I can dig that, Brandon. I'm not lying. That's a real. I might just be running with that during the show. Every time we talk about Petrie, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, like I said, man, it's good to have y'all here, man. Good to have you here, Alan, man. As always, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bull Ring. Man, we about to get into some good, like, first of all, y'all already know, man, we're going to talk about Petrie getting his, you know what I'm saying, 39 mil. I think they say it's like 13 mil a year, you know what I'm saying? That's not too shabby, you know what I'm saying? That's not, that ain't nothing to shake a stick at, you know what I'm saying? Some people might say, I think I heard Houston Stresson say that was a steal. It is a steal. It is a steal, but I thought it would be a little bit more. Let's not even just slide past it. Y'all think that if it wasn't the Texans signing him, what y'all think that Petrie probably could have went for on the open market?
More than that.
Like 15 a year, probably?
I wouldn't even say 15. I'd probably say 14 and a half. Like, we really got him at a discount because of the injury. Like, exactly. It's really good to him, you know what I'm saying, that he can take that deal on the. This is one of those Nick Casario's, hey man, real my shoulder, I rub yours type of ordeal. Thank you. So
exactly, that's what it definitely seems like, bro.
Look, this what should have happened with Diggs. I'm gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way I can put it.
Most definitely. That, you know what? To be honest with you, Patton, I thought that's what was gonna happen with Diggs. I'm like, bro, tore his ACL. You know what I'm saying? I just. And you know, quiet is kept, and we didn't speak on it enough. But man, I really think, man, he did us wrong, bro. Like he really kind of. I know you're supposed to go after the bag. I'm not tripping on that, but yeah, I definitely thought that. That's a good point, Pat. And I was like, okay, bro, tore his ACL. Wait, what was that, like week 8 or something like that? And I'm like, you gotta come back to the team, bro. And then, you know, I was pretty sure that Nick was gonna give him a good deal. I know it wasn't gonna be that deal he got from England though. Like, it definitely wasn't gonna be nowhere near that. But Cal, how you feel about it, man? You feel like it was a steal, or do you feel like it was a deal? How you feel?
I just feel like it was a status quo signing, really. Like, I had been saying all along, 3 years, 36 mil. And what he does for us is exactly what D'Amico wants to do in this type of defense. And he's basically a box safety. People keep saying they're putting a nickel on him because he's the 5th DB that's on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before he got hurt last year, you didn't see Petrie 15, 20 yards down the field. I mean, if you did, it was probably very few plays. The plays
he lived in that backfield. Yeah, he lived in that backfield.
The plays that he made, if you go back, and I know Patton can remember this one, and I think it was preseason, that interception and pick 6 that he did on Daniel Jones.
Oh, yeah, I was there at the game. I was actually there.
Okay, in that box, that 10-yard box that Petrie plays in, he's good in that zone. Now, people say, well, if you're paying him that much, he got to play more than zone. That's the reason why they went and signed Gardner Jr. Gardner is going to play dual roles. He first of all, if he's healthy, he's going to replace Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward is going to be a substitute in for Gardner and for Petrie. But also, he's going to be a coach for my rookie, Kalen Bullock.
Mm-hmm.
So Petrie is going to be able to do exactly like my nickname for Petrie is the Joker. You know, when you playing spades and somebody getting out of order, what you do? You pop that joke on their ass. Hey, calm down. So when we can't get that pass rush, when Will and Daniil is not getting there, and we not stunned with Mario and Fatakasi is not here, and we're not getting to that court, hey, they can draw up something with Petrie. Petrie is going to do something to disrupt something in the backfield.
I definitely like that point that you bring up, Cal, because you're right. In that 10-yard box, like in that 10-yard box, I mean, Petrie almost be playing like Darrelle Revis. Like he can lock you down in that 10 yards right there. You know what I'm saying? You break loose and get it. It might, but by that time you running into somebody else's zone. But in that right there, he locks that down. And that's what he did at Baylor. You know what I'm saying? When we first got him, that's when oh my goodness, when Coach Lovey put him in that position in the slot close to the line of scrimmage, that's when we fell in love with him. We was like, man, and all of a sudden, I remember when D'Amico came in and he actually called Petrie out by name. And that's how good of what his stature was around here. But what D'Amico did with him that first year, I think D'Amico got a little too, sometimes you get a little too fly with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking like, yeah, what if I put him in this position? If he was good there, he got to be good here. And we've seen that bro was kind of lost in space a lot of the time. So I'm happy for what he is. I mean, he's almost like a safety / linebacker. That's where he should be, close to the line of scrimmage. So yeah. Oh, hold up.
I'm gonna let Pat bring up a point, and I'm gonna finish off a point. Go ahead, Pat.
Let me say this. Levy's defense is traditional, historical, legendary, right? But with the right pieces in his defense, is what makes it what it was. When we had Lovey, man, we had a bunch of guys that were, tier 2, tier 3, practice squad, guys off the street just trying to get a check. You had a few guys that were, busting their ass, i.e. Petrie, old man Jerry Hughes. But when it all comes down to it, man, he looked good within that Lovey defense. Like, don't get it twisted. That front seven did create pressure. Mm-hmm. Now, D'Amico's first year, the defense changed drastically. Personnel, you know what I'm saying, like play calling and things of that nature. So he was more so out of not out of character, but out of place. Mm-hmm. Now you bring him back in the second year. Now he's in his natural position, and now he's thriving, right?
But Lovey, like I want to say something right quick, not to cut you off. My bad. AD did we'll get to it, but I just want to bring that up now. When I said that, he played up close to the line of scrimmage, that's when we kind of seen some of his best plays. But Lovey did have him in position to get, when he played back safety, he had a few interceptions. How many did he have?
He had 5.
Right? Yeah, he had 5.
In Lovey defense, he was backed up by himself.
Mm-hmm.
In D'Amico's defense, they were playing cover. You know what I'm saying? One up here, one over there. Yeah. And in year 2, that's when D'Amico brought him down into the box. As you've seen this year, we had more safeties on the team than actual cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? How many times we go into a game with a plan where we're having all our safeties, all 4 of our safeties on the field at the same time?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's great, but it's not good. Like, you don't want to have all your safety because one guy goes down, then you're forced to play a cornerback that probably shouldn't be playing.
Right.
All in all, his natural position is at the line of scrimmage. He makes plays there, man. That's where he gets his bread and butter. So, if he doesn't have that pectoral strain, maybe we get more explosive plays against, i.e., Kansas City or Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Those game changers.
Most of the time when you get those pectoral strains like that, it actually be a link, something that like he probably was feeling it before it happened. But
oh yeah,
I want y'all to comment on this post, man. That AD just made. He said that we overpaid for Petrie, right? So do y'all agree with that? Let's start with you, Cal. What you think? Do you think we overpaid for him?
Let me address this like directly.
Mm-hmm.
When I was talking about all the upcoming contracts that we're going to have to sign and the money that we're going to have to pay. I was told by an individual, his initials is Arthur Dunn. He said you can pay anybody that you want to. So my thing is, if D'Amico has a defense that he believes in, and people are saying that we going, this is on paper, and we got the top secondary. That's in. If D'Amico really didn't believe in that, and he can just go to the draft and pluck anybody, he would have done that. But here's the thing, though. Casario drafted him in the third round, right? So you don't want to let him walk out of the door. He's a safety in D'Amico's defense that this is what D'Amico wants to use. So it's kind of almost like we both want him. How can we use him to our advantage? And let's not forget that this guy was Big 12 Player of the Year.
Yeah.
On defense. So if I draft him in the third round, I'm just going to let him walk out the door after year 4, or do I have to see a little bit more, like we said with Nico Collins? Oh, I just got to see a little bit more. Like sometimes you just got to go ahead and get the deal while it's on the table, because the defense is going to be gradually better this year. And if he has an outstanding year this year and Christian Harris have a comeback year this year, now you sitting there battling like, which one do I have to pay? So I was told that you can pay anybody that you want, and evidently that they wanted him, and that's the decision that they roll with. So I'm good with it.
I concur with that. AD say them 10 yards wasn't worth 13 million. And if it causes turnovers, and I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Those turnovers are costly, sometimes hard to come by, but not with our defense though. It seems like we be turning. I'm so excited to see like what the turnover ratio is next year. Like, the turnover differential. It's just gonna be crazy, bro. I'm telling you, it's definitely. He say, D'Amico thought he was good and he ain't. Yeah, I think D'Amico put him in a bad position. D'Amico probably you probably right, AD. He probably looked at him like, hey, because he was all you got to do is go look at that first thing, his first press conference, and he was calling Petrie out like he was like, I'm excited to work with new fresh players like Stingley, Petrie, and Petrie coming out that year like he had, it made sense for him to think like that. You know what I'm saying? They say, nah, he was ass last year. I don't know. I don't think so. Before he got hurt,
trolling, man.
I don't think so, AD. Yeah, I think you trolling, AD, because last year before he got hurt, bro, he was a big part of what we were doing, man. You say what? It's about would he have though? Would he have what?
Look, if Petrie would have went to A&M, I don't think we would have heard any of this nonsense from AD.
Not at all.
I never heard him call Kenyon Green ass. I never heard that before, but hey, man, I digress, man. Let's carry
on. I'm gonna say this is. I'm gonna say this with this contract. You are tied to him for 6+ years.
No, you're not. You can always cut bait, bro. But come on, man. This is what we see in the NFL. We see guys sign contracts, and when you're ready to move on, you can move on, man, because the salary cap get higher, you restructure contracts, and you can move on. If the guy shows value in your defense that you want to you're implementing, we all think that D'Amico is one of the top level defensive coordinators and coaches, not coach, but defensive coordinators. So if we think D'Amico is top 5, I don't think my intelligence can go to D'Amico and say, hey, man, you made a mistake because I wouldn't assign him for that amount of money. And D'Amico is one of the top 5 at doing what he does. So I'm not just trying to be a homie and ride with the team, but this is somebody who's been doing this for a long time, played it at a high level, coached it as a coordinator as a high level, and now he's the head coach. So, hey, it is what it is, man.
Most definitely. Anything you want to add to that, Pat?
AD, stop trolling, man. Goddamn, it's Friday. Go get something to drink.
Jesus. You said I meant 2023 he was ass.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't got his facts right. Just rumbling, be rumbling.
He ain't drinking already, bro.
He needs to start drinking, bro.
He said I would have said. He said I would have said the same shit. Brandon said Texas finally bringing in Talik Williams.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Receiver.
Hit me. Oh, that's a receiver. Yeah, man.
Real quick though, not to get off Petrie, but there was a guy I had put in a group chat, and I put it on Twitter as well. Safety from Kentucky, Childress, and he's another Petrie-esque guy. I feel like, but with more range. A little bit lighter, but way quicker than Petrie, especially in the box. Don't nothing get past him. Now, he popped up on my radar because I was unsure if we were going to not resign Petrie. You know, kind of like roll the dice with him. And now that we resigned Petrie, like I don't see us grabbing my guy at all. But Childress from Kentucky, number 11, he's a safety. Like a damn good football player. He's gonna probably get picked up in maybe the 5th round. Hopefully the 4th. He was also invited to the Houston Pro Day because he's from here. So hopefully my guy do something, man. But I just wanted to bring that up though.
Oh, okay. No, it's good because as a matter of fact, the name of the show is Mo Draft Talk. So we definitely gonna talk about the draft. I mean, it's so much, man. So many players. It's to the point right now. When you start the beginning of draft talk, that it's like this point where you can actually like, okay, this player. We done ran through so many players that I promise I'm depending on you guys to kind of bring some new players to light because right now, I ain't gonna lie, I probably feel like the average NFL fan. My brain is in a swirl right now, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be the antagonist of the draft. Like pre-draft is really like it's sometimes it's a pain in the ass to me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it does nothing but hurt your feelings a lot of the times, bro. Because you watching these good players, right? And especially when you number 25, you know what I'm saying? You kind of be feeling like, man, a lot of good players gonna be gone, bro. I done been here we done been here at this part of the draft before where it's 26, 27 or whatever. And a lot of the times, man, these good players, somebody might pull a tonsil, might say that, you know what I'm saying, it's a player that they got, because AI is pretty cool nowadays. They might can make an AI video of somebody hitting the ball, but either way, it's one of those things where like it's so many of these good players are gonna be gone, man. I hate learning about a good player and thinking like this player will be a good fit for your team, and then by the time we get really draft one is a bunch of heartbreak. He's like, oh dang, we the Texans brought him in for a visit. He gone. You know what I'm saying? It's heartbreak hotel to me, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest. I know it's exciting for y'all, but that's why I say I'm the antagonist. I think I'm the one that sits up and be like, man. Like, I don't know. It's a weird time for me, bro.
Who got some muffling in their background?
I be falling in love with these No, that's Cal over there typing on them keys, bro.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing going on.
That ain't you doing that?
No. That ain't me.
Okay, then stop. Hey, didn't it stop patting when he picked his hands up? What you was over there doing, bro?
Hands up, don't shoot.
Hey, it stopped soon as my boy said, hey, that ain't me. Maybe it ain't no keys tapping. Maybe it's something else and we just confused. Brandon, see, I hear it again. They say, if we're spending this much on defense, then every pick got to be on offense. Yeah, I mean, I do think that, most people who are looking at the Texas draft are saying that it's going to be predominantly, like, I think that's why when you hear people say that, D'Amico might get his wish, that's why we're hearing he might, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not really looked at as a draft where D'Amico probably going to get all the players that he wants on the defensive side of the ball. It's going to be a lot of offense, to be honest, whether it's, line players or skill players, either way, you know what I'm saying? These are going to be on the opposite side of the ball. They say Nitty don't depend on Cam. Now, Cam got that knowledge. You got Cam messed up, AD. Cam be bringing the sauce when it comes to this draft, man. What do you say, Mike Chirp? Yeah, I don't know what that is, man.
I don't know. You see my hands right now. That's why I got them in the screen, bro.
It's a angry Twitter noises. It might be. I don't know. I don't know because you know what? What's funny? The last time that we did the show, I heard these same sounds.
Hmm.
Look, AD laughing until I see how it magically stopped. GG in the building, man. But according to my guys, man, according to my guys, dog, what is something specific? If okay, this is a good question to both of y'all. We know who the Texans have. We know how many draft picks they have. We know that that they have the opportunity to may even trade up, trade back, get more picks. But name me one player that if they walk away with this player in the draft, that you'll just be satisfied by them getting this one player. What is this one player that you would be like, you know what? If they got it, I'm cool.
You
We
good,
do a
Kev?
matter what pick around.
No, just
No, it don't matter. I'm talking about when the draft is over with on the fourth day or whatever it is, third day. That when you going back and look at all the players they picked, what is one player that if he's on that list, you'll be like, man, I'm happy.
I'm gonna tie down the two. Kevin Banks, the tackle from UT, or Matthew Golden. I feel like you can't go wrong either. Or both the person needs one is a more than one person is going to feel an intermediate need. Other person will come in and you know play when it's time for him to play, which is Kevin Banks. But Golden, plug and play immediately. You can't go wrong either or. I'd be more so pissed off if they don't get either or. If those guys, in the event they're drafted before we pick, or if we don't trade them to get one of the two, or if we pull a CJ and Will Anderson and draft both of those guys somehow. But I feel like those two guys you can't go wrong with.
Okay. So what about you, Kev?
Man, I was doing a couple of mocks today, and I know a lot of people love to say, well, we can get this tackle moving the guard and he can platoon out to tackle, whatever. I just want to get a guy that's the position he plays. He comes in, put him there, let him learn, and let him be the starter for 10 years. So this guy here, he's number one ranked in his position as a guard, but he's not the number one offensive lineman, and that's Tyler Booker.
Yep, that's who I was gonna go with too. Tyler Booker is my
Booker,
guy. I feel
Booker,
like that too.
Booker is the guard that you can just go ahead and plug in, and I think that you just go ahead and let him learn. Let him learn.
On the job, yeah, on the job, and he's gonna come in as an above average guard. I think you start him, and he's already like, I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a top 10 guard in the league. He can be that, but I just think you throw him in the fire, and he's gonna be fine. He's not gonna burn. You know what I'm saying? Bro, he ain't gonna singe. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do what he got to do. AD, man, you welcome at any time, man. When you ready to come on here, bro, it's all good. Brandon say Mimbo. Y'all know who that is? Because I don't.
I want to say that's the safety from UT, I believe.
He was that was one of my mock drafts, and he fell to me, I think, in the third round. And
Why would y'all want
hurry
that?
up,
Why would he want a safety though? You got to tell me, Brandon, on that. I'll bring it up. Type that out, Brandon. Let me know why you would be cool with another safety on this squad of what we got.
Every draft, you have to add at least one DB, whether it's quarterback or safety. So,
yeah, I remember that safety that you pulled up there one time. You was like, bro, need to eat his Wheaties. Brandon say, I'm leaning Donovan Jackson as guard one now. Booker fits the scheme we probably run. Yeah. I was hearing somebody else talk about on another show. They was like, they say bro speaks swarm very fluently. Like he would fit in definitely to what D'Amico said he was looking for in a offensive lineman and all of that. He fits. He fits the bill. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like him. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's what he is, and like you say, I totally agree with Cal. Say I'm a piggyback. He's already in that position. You just put him there. He's basically plug and play. That's what you want.
We probably heard the same thing because what I heard, and when I heard it, I don't know what I was listening to or reading something, but I started to read up on him that there are several reports on him saying that he's that type of leader in that Bama locker room, like a Will Anderson. Like he's a charge, he's a leader, he's a galvanizer, like, and the Texans have a pipeline. Texans got about 4 or 5 Alabama guys. I'm not saying that's the end all of everything, but the one thing about with us last year is we gave up a lot of pressure on the interior. And then another thing that I thought about too, like my second player was Savion. Savion, you probably can get him like in a like trade back and get him in the third. I just like his size and speed and versatility. But here's the thing. I was watching this pre-draft show on NFL Network.
Mm-hmm.
They said something that kind of like, okay, I wouldn't be mad if the Texans, their first 2 picks were offensive linemen. Now, I know people are going to say, man, you need a wide receiver, you need a running back, you need a tight end. And the reason why is because he said the Kansas City Chiefs have lost 2 Super Bowls because their offensive line was inept to block for Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that for a second. That Tampa Bay was on Patrick Mahomes' ass. And we probably can't remember, but when you think about it, they was on him. And then when you look at this last Super Bowl against Philly, they was putting pressure on him. What if Kansas City addressed the offensive line like they should have? Do they have 2 more? Do they have 1 more Super Bowl? So I think we can't sit here and kind of play around. Like we want explosive players and wide receivers and separation and all of this. But if your next investment on your team is going to be the highest paid player in the NFL, and he's only 22 years old, you got to keep this guy upright. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to hear anything about Nick Caserio is not good drafting linemen. Like, I mean, if you fail at something one time, that don't mean you stop doing it. Like you got to keep doing it over and over again until you get it right.
Yeah, so, I never been about a GM picking like because you know how unlucky you would have to be that if you pick 3 offensive tackles in a row. I mean 3 offensive linemen in a row and they all garbage. You know what I'm saying? Now I can understand you picking one having a mistake. I think the first, like I say, going out to Kenyon Green and listening to what AD is trying to say about Kenyon Green is Booker is Kenyon Green. The only way I will agree with you right there, AD, is that no player, we don't know what they are until they set foot on the field. So you even reaching by trying to say that Booker will be what Kenyon Green is because you don't know that for sure. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that that's actually what's going to happen until we see him hit the field. Now, we actually thought Kenyon Green was good, but from what we seen in college, just like we do with any other player that we've ever seen in the pre-draft in college, we look at them, we see them play and do certain things the way they do it, and then all of a sudden they come to the league, and because you can't tell me this though. Were you not surprised that Kenyon Green was bad? I was surprised. I thought he was going to be a role grader. I thought he was going to be exactly what we were looking for. I'm surprised that dude turned out to be what he was. So you got to look at it like this. You don't think Nick Caserio was too? You don't think Nick was surprised? You don't think Nick said, "God, dog it, man, I thought I got me one." Because I showed did. And even he and Kenyon Green daddy talk after he got drafted. I'm talking about, I know he was on that look at the time. Bro, Bro said y'all ain't got to worry about no more Texans offensive line problems at all. The line is fixed. Yeah, you right.
And yet here we are.
You right, man. You are totally right. And he said he failed in that every year. So he's trending that way. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, you know, it just be like that sometimes. Shout out UGK. It be like that where, let's give Nick Caserio by, let's say 3-4 more years. Let's give him a consensus at about the end of 3-4 more years. And let's just say, okay, we can say, man, if he don't pick in this next 3-4 years, if he draft 3 more linemen, right? And all of them trash, then I think everybody in the NFL, I think D'Amico, I think even Cal gonna say, hey, look, from now on, Nick, when it comes to drafting linemen, don't go there. We don't need you to go there because you got some kind of bad luck.
You know what, Nitty? You know why I would? This is what I would like for the NFL to do, and they're not going to do it because it would embarrass players. It will probably go into the psyche of general managers and everything else. I would like to see where everybody had Kenyon Green on a draft board before he was drafted. So when a guy that you draft doesn't pan out, does it make it that you made the mistake or the guy just did not pan out? Because it's several ways to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a guy with Kaylee and Popovich coming in, that they're looking at film of the guys that we have right now, that's going to be the number one thing. That's another thing we need to look at.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be looking at in the draft and telling D'Amico, look, D'Amico said he wanted to be a run first team, a power first team, very aggressive team, a bully type team. You don't do that by being finesse. You're doing that by having the attitude of I'm finna move you out of the way. So they changing the blocking scheme, the running scheme, and everything else. So my thing is, I think those guys have watched more film than all of us put together in our lifetime in probably about a year or so. Because that's all they do.
For
So
real.
I think that they're going to have a good idea on draft day. When they start to draft, we'll understand the conversations that was going on in that draft room.
And I want to say this right here, AD. What do you think? I want you to pay attention to Kenyon Green in Philly. That's AD. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna call you out. If Kenyon Green goes to Philly and turn into a whole other monster, it's not gonna be that's not Nick Caserio's fault. That's gonna be the coach. And see, it's so many layers to this thing that you can't just blame it on the pick. You get what I'm saying? Because if Kenyon Green was in this what we about to run right now, we didn't get to see that. You know what I'm saying? But say he was in a, you know what I'm saying, in this B gap, like how we about to be running. I think he'd be successful. I think he's going to be successful in Philly because that's the type of offense they run. So I just want to know what you're going to say, AD, then. Because you still, no matter how this man's career goes, if he goes to Philly and he becomes a top 15, top 10 guard, that's still tied to Nick Caserio. So we're going to revisit this. You know what I'm saying? And I understand you saying that, what if Juice don't pan out? Then cool. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see that happening this year because we playing bully ball. I don't know if any other fans understand like what's about to happen as far as what the offensive line is about to do. It's about to be some bully ball. They about to be able to go out there and beat up. It's not just sit back and get beat up. They're gonna be able to apply some of that pressure too. You know what I'm saying? And I just think like that's what's got me excited about it. I actually watched a video last night that got me crunk, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. It was about the offensive line. And it was talking about the culture, right? It was talking about, and make sure y'all hear me out. They were talking about the new players that the Texans have brought in: Trent Brown, Tomlinson, Ingram. What that is, and I promise you, this is what got me excited because as a Texans fan, you know what those 3 players say to me? Even if we get other players to start, you know what that says to me though? That we got a different culture on offensive line. We never had guys like these guys, even though they might be a little long in the tooth, but we ain't never had no guys like this. We ain't had guys who play and who played in divisions, who played in that in the that played like when Tomlinson played for San Francisco or with Seattle, where in that division they beat each other up in them trenches. You know what I'm saying? We never had nothing like that. And seeing the culture of the guys that they brought in, that video had me excited, y'all. I was like, man, like it made me so excited for week one. I'm like, man, we literally gonna see a new offensive line, and that just gets me excited. And not only will it be a new offensive line, it will be an offensive line that's just different than what we done had, bro. I think I'm gonna watch the offensive line more than I ever watched it in my life, because to see those guys, they were showing these guys picking up these stunts like it's nothing. Like this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we ain't seen nothing like that. We've been getting washed. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that, man, put it like this: what they said that and in this video I learned that CJ got sacked 52 times. Damn. I was like, yeah. So, in order to see a new culture, because that's what I'm excited about. It's a new culture on the line, and these guys are big too. You know what I'm saying? Like those guys, Tomlinson, Ingram, Trent. Those some big guys, bro. They big. They some big hogs, bro. I'm excited about that, man.
Right.
He said maybe Kaylee can help with his input on O line. Better get a guy in the first 2 rounds because it dries up after that. Yeah, I agree with you, Rodney, because like that's why I say that, what me and Cal said about picking up Booker, I think would be just super dope. I don't know if we need that, if we would have to trade up. If he would slip, I don't know what would it take for him to slip. Like I say, man, draft politics drive me crazy. I don't know if he'll slip or not, but I just think that if he's on the board, damn, if he's on the board, you got to get him. You just got to. You know what I'm saying? You can't pass that up. It says, I need a cartoon skit where Stroud and Slowick are arguing in the office, and Slowick tells him that Schultz is secretly the left tackle to throw him off, and Stroud slaps him. Hey man, put down the ism over there, Brandon. I don't know, you probably want to you want, but anyway, AD say I don't agree with Rodney. Man, you don't agree with nobody, AD. He say I 100% believe King will succeed. So look, if you believe in that, then why are you pushing this Nick Caserio narrative about he don't know how to pick O linemen? If you believe that, AD, come on now. If you really believe that, then why would you push the narrative that, Nick don't know what he's doing when he picking a lineman? It's about the system. See, so many things have to line up for a player to be successful in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like Andre Johnson. I think Andre Johnson, falling into the lap of basically Gary Kubiak really helped his career, because of what Gary Kubiak does. That is perfect for Andre Johnson. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. That's why you can have a quarterback like Matt Shaw that can have success. But I'm gonna always say this as a Texans fan, and y'all gonna stop tripping on Shaw. Shaw in his probably first 3-4 years here was way better than what y'all try to act like this man was, bro. Like, bro was good. I was glad when we got him. I watched him all the time. Every time Vic got hurt, I got to see that boy come off that bench, and I was like, dang, he's pretty good to be sitting on that bench, bro. So when the Texans got him, I was like, you know what I'm saying? What do you say? Nick can't evaluate the talent to the scheme. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody, all my friends, AD. Sometimes when you say a sentence, you got to make sure you finish it all the way and put everything in it. Because if you don't finish it, then we're gonna assume that you're saying something else. Now, see, this makes sense. This makes total sense. Like, he probably can't evaluate talent to the scheme or the system. But what if he didn't know the system that they were? Well, I don't know. He probably did.
Do we not understand that Nick is just the
GM.
He's the GM, but there's probably about 10 to 15 scouts in that room. Now you got Pop and Kaylee coming into the room. There's things that they're going to see Now we have no idea. We don't have the video and the footage that these guys have of those players.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, the players that we draft, and this goes for every single year. When you draft a player, you probably went back and probably watched every last one of his snaps that was totally highlighted on him in college.
Mm-hmm.
And if he played for another team, there's film footage that the team has that we have no privy of having, that you were able to see every snap. They're seeing voluntary mini camps, mandatory mini camps, all they seeing all of the footage. They even sitting out there and they're watching footage of just drills and footwork. So if these guys go and say, I'm gonna go ahead and draft this guy, I gotta believe it that they're probably by 90, not probably, they're 99% smarter than all of us. Are they gonna get it right every time? Of course not.
It's not an exact science.
It's not an exact science. So my thing is Nick is the guy that has to pull the trigger, but there's a lot of data and information that goes into the process of saying this is a guy we're gonna sign to a 4-year $21 million deal, and hopefully he can be here and be somewhat successful.
Mm-hmm.
Kenyon Green didn't get it done. We got Patterson in the 5th round. He's going to be our starting center. We got Juice in the 2nd round. Hopefully he can be the starting guard. These are Nick guys. So Nick is still on the board right now. You still got Fisher. Nick is still on the board. So Titus and Laramie was here before Nick, but Nick did give them extensions, but he didn't scout them. They're already in the building. So let's look at the guys that Nick drafted, and right now it's Kenyon Green is the outlier of the guy that didn't succeed. So I can't say, well, oh, he just cannot draft, and we still got 3 guys that's out there, and the jury is still out on all 3 of them.
Nitty can't hear you, bro.
My bad. Do y'all think that, every draft pick last year, 1st round on all 32 teams, hit? Do y'all think that they all worked out? No, they didn't. It's a lot of people that makes it's a hit and miss. Like it's not an exact science. If it was, well, I'm talking about, it would be so much success. Look at a team like Kansas City, and I like the point that you made earlier. This is a team that, they Andy Reid, you know what I'm saying? Offensive genius, can't get their offensive line together. Like, that's their Achilles heel. Like, out of all the good, I'm talking about Travis, you hit on Travis Kelce, you got Patrick Mahomes. Like, and you can't hit on your offensive line. It's crazy. If their offensive line was just anywhere near what it's supposed to be, they probably have another, like you said, Cal, they probably have another Super Bowl. They probably wouldn't have won last year, but at least, what's name wouldn't have got beat up as much as he did. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey, let me shout out to my guy Lorenz, man.
what's
That's
happening, Lawrence?
that's my brother. Hey, whatever it takes. Hey,
Hey, I
look
know
here.
I know about what that. Believe me, Lawrence, you ain't doing nothing inside. I know what that means, right?
Hey, boys got maxed out, man. Hey, but look,
Like a credit card.
what black card maxed out. But look, I'm gonna say this, man. When you are evaluating talent, it's easy to spot out the best player at that position and during that game, right? No matter who's playing, no matter who's that player, or no matter the position. Now, it's when you get that player in your building. Does this player fit your scheme? Can this person vibe with the other guys in the locker room? Is he a part of the culture? Is he going to add to the culture? Is he a potential leader for this culture? Is he a potential follower for this culture? See, a lot of things go into equate when you are bringing in a player into your environment. You know what I'm saying? Like going back to Vince Young, we all want Vince Young, but for those that really know,
Mm-hmm.
Vince Young when he came home, he was spiraled out of control. Period. It'd have been like he would have won some games. he would have put butts in the seats. But after every game, you see how James Harden was with the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
We would have had Harden before Harden on a whole nother level. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that's no slight to Vince Young because he was a very extraordinary football player at UT. You know what I'm saying? But he gets to the NFL, goes to the wrong team, wrong coach, wrong system, like just wrong all over. You know what I'm saying? And he still won some games, but he beat us. That was his Super Bowl here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But saying I have to say this: when you draft players for any team, not just our team, you're not going to always hit. And at the rate that Nick Casario has been hitting, yeah, we would like for him to have at least 2 or 3 offensive linemen to pan out.
Mm-hmm.
At least, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and I lower the bar. At least give me one good one. Give me one good All Pro. Give me
Mm-hmm.
one good, you know what I'm saying, Pro Bowl lineman. Is the guy on our roster? Not yet. And that's not saying that Juice, Patterson, or Blake, or my boy Go Blue Henderson, you know what I'm saying, can develop into that. Now,
Exactly.
all this pressure is now going from Nick. Once the draft is over, Nick feels no pressure. That pressure falls on the shoulders of Nick Haley. What can you do? Going into this draft, this is going to be a offensive heavy draft.
Mm-hmm.
Next year's draft is going to be a defensive heavy draft.
Most definitely, you ain't lying. I'm following you because it definitely will. It's because it's so much that needs to be done. Especially, you know why it normally be an offensive draft for real though, Patton. It's normally when you get a new OC,
You got
you
to give
have
him
to bring
toys.
in you got to give him his type of motion. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, nigga,
Haley
hey, you say
definitely,
the only child syndrome. You got to
yeah.
give him all. You give him all his toys.
Hey, you ain't.
Let, let
Hey,
him pick his toys out. He got to
hey,
have his way.
that's the bomb of the show right there, man. Bro said you got to give him all his toys, man. Like
You
for
got
real,
to,
that's
bro.
dope. I ain't gonna lie, you got to give
Hey,
him all
and
his
look, hey,
toys.
and if you don't, guess what?
He gonna throw a tantrum.
You're gonna get maxed out.
Max out. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm adding that this today. I'm not gonna lie. I heard the term maxed out when talking about credit card. My boy put me on a whole new lingo today, and I promise I'm using this from now on. Hey, shout out, and I don't know if you. I'm gonna just put it to you like this: it's a few people close to me right now. It's probably gonna be getting maxed out. Like you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's
You
max
too.
out season. It's max
I'm
out season.
I'm trying to tell. Hey man,
Hey, look at your boys.
I can see.
Hey,
Hey, Lorenz, glad he know. Lorenz know, bro. Like that. That's why it's so funny.
hey, max. We gonna max out, man. Well, look, y'all. I think
Hey,
that
mama.
I don't know if it's anything. Oh, T Jones in the building, most definitely. Great information, young. I
Hey,
mean, Texas
can
on
I say
3.
something on real quick, man?
Yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
mama think I'm a million now. Like he really, really
He
do.
is, mama. He is. Don't let him lie.
And see, here you go and feeding into this. Like, listen, I talked to her today, man. And I don't know this is Texas on 3, but this Liz on 3 right now.
Oh no, you good because we about to get ready to close out. So this what you good.
She gonna tell me, you know what today is? I said, nah, I don't know. I've been working, I don't know what today is. What is today? Today is Cash App your mama $50,000 today.
Hey, T Jones got a lot of them holidays, bro. Like for real. What
Hey,
what was it last time? It was what was it, 10,000? She done upped the ante.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, T Jones don't be playing. Hey,
So
all I'm saying is T Jones, I need about 5 of that. You know what I'm saying?
I
I ain't,
told her, I say, look, you ain't gonna be satisfied till I send it to you. I said, then when it hit your cash app, you're gonna have a heart attack. She told me, no, she said, no, I ain't. She said, send it to me and see what I do. I said, man, I'll call you back, man.
hey, for real, I ain't gonna lie.
I'll
I said
call you
my
back.
mama 50K, man. I'm gonna have to pre-warn her because she gonna be like, what the
You know what I'm
hold up, my
saying?
boy say that nigga's boy the snack king.
Hey, man.
Say it's a few at the J, man. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say this, y'all. Appreciate everybody in the bull ring. As always, I want to give all of y'all a shout out, man. Shout out Brandon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Allen, man. Shout out AD, most definitely in the building. Shout out Allen. I think I said Allen already, but anyway, Allen again, man. Since he the fourth, he might need to be 4 times. But let's see. We got It's one name I'm missing, man. Rodney Bryce.
Rodney.
Hey, appreciate you coming in. I never seen your name in it before, so I don't know if this is your first time coming in, but if it is your first time hitting on the bull ring, we appreciate you, my guy. And most definitely, I think that and Lawrence, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you tapping in with us, man. This has been fun, most definitely. And we got Big B, hold on, let me try to get that right. Big B 4480. So it's just Big B. Welcome back, Big B, because you already know we already know that you've been here before, man. Shout out to everybody else who might be just watching but not able to get into the bull ring. We really appreciate y'all on that, man. We appreciate y'all just coming through while we just talking about this Texans thing. We will be back Tuesday with mock drafts. You know what I'm saying? I will have my draft the way that I think that it should. Y'all know I'm gonna put a lot into this draft because I'm gonna really put the way that I hope that it will fall into. I'm gonna just put my all into this mock draft. So it'll be my first one of the off season and probably my only one because I only believe in doing one. So I'm gonna do that one. My guy's gonna come with some more, man, and it'll be a fun thing, man. We like I say, appreciate y'all coming through. Anything that my guys y'all want to bring to the table before we close?
Be careful. Might get maxed out.
Hey. Hey, for real, do not get maxed out, man, because we all maxing boys out like American Express around here. You know what I'm talking about? Max out. I'm going to make a button. We're going to get a max out button by next show, bro. Square business. We're going to have a max out button. Hey, I'm telling you what. She say, hey, we both going to be streaming at the same time.
Dude,
and you want to come on the show, AD? We don't have to stream at the same time if you come on the show, bro. But look at what Brandon say, Patton. Max out mock draft. Hey, that's gonna be the name of the next show. I promise you. I promise you. It's stamped right now. Brandon be coming with them names, boy. Max out mock draft. That's it right there. I can dig that. Other than that, though, man, it's always good to chop it up with y'all. Let me give y'all a warm applause, man. This show has been recorded in front of a live studio audience. And man, we appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, hey, AD, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do a combination, man, because we this is what we do, man. It's fun. This going back and forth is always fun.
I got some shit to say to AD.
That's why I want to bring them on, man. We got a bone to pick with you. But now, other than that, though, man, hey, we're gonna celebrate with Petrie, aka Psycho Cinco, aka the Joker. You know what I'm saying? Hey, appreciate
Max
you. Yeah, hey, appreciate Max Hot 5. Hey, what's that boy name? Maxo Cream. This Max Hot Cream, like a mug, you know what I'm saying? My boy got the cream today, man. So man, we definitely, you know what I'm saying, riding with you, Petrie. It's well deserved. You put in that work on that field, you get paid. You know what I'm saying? So now when you come, I always saying is this, and this is to any Texans player that gets a contract. Never be a Arian Foster. Just make sure that doesn't happen to you. Make sure that when you get the money that you just don't start looking for the ground. Because I promise, boy, when that boy Arian Foster got that check, boy was looking for a soft spot on that ground anytime some linebackers was getting anywhere close to him, bro. I was like, golly, Rose done got paid. Then what he said, he wanted to be a vegan. Bro, stop eating meat, bro. Come on, get off the gas, bro. Get off the gas, bro. You need meat to play in this league. Pause. But other than that, though, y'all, man, we are up out of here. I know there's some other things we got to get to.
But maybe that's why I never played in the league, because I ain't finna eat no meat.
Hold up, man. Hold up. No, my bomb ain't over here. That's gonna be the last. That's gonna be the last. That's the last bomb of the show, y'all. And we're gonna see y'all. We're gonna see y'all Tuesday next week. Texans on 3. We in the building, y'all. We up out of here, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate y'all.